everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm gonna be doing my November wrap up, and I have around 10 books that I have read in November. I have reviewed many of these books already, so I will leave those links in the description below. If you have seen my October wrap up, you would know that I had started the Farsi trilogy last month and I finished reading the third book in November. I liked the overall trilogy, but this book was my least favorite of all of them because even though the story had a good ending, it took a long, long time to get there. Many a times I felt impatient. I badly wanted to skim the hell out of the book and get to the ending. This series may not work for everybody because it is not fancy, it is not modern, and it is not full of action. This series was released between 1996 and 2002, and for that time, the series would have been an epic fantasy. But for me, now, this was a very good fantasy series with great writing. I might continue to read the other series in this Elderlings world later, sometime maybe. Next book I have belongs to a world which probably most of the fantasy lovers have already visited. Finally, I picked up the Cosmere series by Brandon Sanderson, and I started with Elantris. So, this is about a fallen magical city, Elantris, and how at the verge of war, the magic is restored and the people are saved. I'm not giving anything more than that, but I will tell you this. This is a slow book, but an amazing book, so just wait for the pace to pick up. I know sometimes it might be testy, but it is totally worth it. Next, I have is another Brandon Sanderson book, The Final Empire from the Mistborn trilogy. This book is all about slave rebellion against a ruler who is considered to be an immortal god. Here we get to see one person leading a group of 7 to 8 people with specific magical abilities, plotting against the ruler to overthrow his rule. I loved this book more than Elantris, and I felt the ending to be kind of complete. So I'm reluctant to pick the next two books. Let's see when the mood hits. Anyways, next I have Symmetry Boys, written by Aidan Thomas. This is the story about a trans person trying to prove his family that he could be a real brujo and follow in their path in dealing with the ghosts. So, while trying to prove himself, he sets a ghost free, which creates a whole lot of problems. I loved how the author handled the trans character and their struggle. In fact, I loved all the characters in general. The mix of mystery and love was perfect. I could not believe that this is the author's debut novel. I highly recommend it. Next on my list is one of the most anticipated novels of 2020, The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue, written by V.E. Schwab. I was more than eager to get a hold of this book, but with so much hype, I did not feel like reading it immediately. But I finally picked it up, and like I am anticipated, I did not like this book much. I know this might be an unpopular opinion, but I will leave my review slash rant video link in the description below. So this is about Addie who strikes a deal with someone in the dark, and as a result, she gets to live forever, but everybody forgets her. Whoever she talks to, as soon as she is out of sight, they forget her. After 300 years of such life, one person remembers her, and that changes everything. This was a very average read for me, and probably the only book of Schwab's that I don't like. No offense, people, but that's how I really felt about this book. The book I'm going to talk about next will mostly be on the top 10 best books that I read this year. It is Black Sun by Rebecca Roanhorse. This is the first book in Between Earth and Sky trilogy, and there is no expected release date for the remaining two books. But this was a solid 5-star read for me. The story is about what happens on a rare eclipse. There is a clash between different clans. One person seeks revenge against some priest, and the sun is at its weakest, which might favor the rise of another god. Everything about this book was perfect. The characters, the world, the magic system, the mythological elements, the different creatures, and whatnot. I really wanted the next two books to be good because many series I read this year had epic first books but very average second and third books. Fingers crossed for the trilogy. But for now, I would highly recommend this book. Next, I have is Shades of Magic graphic novels written by V. Schwab. These books show some accomplishments of King Maxim Maresh when he was a prince. So, King Maxim is the father of Rai and Kel, who are the main characters in the Darker Shades of Magic series. If you have not read that series, you will not understand this world or the magic system involved here. These graphic novels were very average to me because even though the stories were good, they were very short and diluted. What I'm trying to say is that there could have been even more content in 100 or so pages book. I have uploaded a detailed rant video on this. You can see that. Anyways, after reading Shades of Magic graphic novels, I badly wanted to read some real comics. So I picked up the fourth book in the Death Note series. If you don't know about the Death Note series, here's a short intro. It is a manga written by Tsugumi Oba and illustrated by Takeshi Obata. I probably mispronounced their names. Nothing can be done about it. It is a series of 12 books translated from Japanese. The story revolves around two main characters. I'm gonna call them hero and anti hero to make things easier for me now. So, the anti hero gets power to kill at free will, but with some terms and conditions, and the hero tries to identify and stop the anti hero. This is also available as anime series, which is as good as the books. Maybe if you're not interested in reading the manga, check out the series. Next, I have is How the King of Elfheim Learned to Hate Stories, written by Holly Black. First of all, this book is for hardcore fans of Folk of the Air series only. I'm not a diehard fan of the series, but I find Carden's character interesting and I kind of like him. So, this is a book of 11 short stories from Carden's childhood to some incidents that happen after the Queen of Nothing book. All the stories are short and it allows us to understand why Carden is the way he is. If you're planning to buy a physical copy of this book, keep in mind that you are spending only for the art in the book because the stories are very short. There is only one more book left, so I was waiting for the Burning God to release to pick up the Poppy War series because I am bad at waiting for the release of next book. And finally, I read the Poppy War this month. Yes, I really like this book. But firstly, this book has all the possible trigger warnings that you can imagine under the sun. So please read them before picking the series. If you like revenge, magic, war, and aftermath of war trope books, you will love this series. I am waiting to get hold of my Burning God copy to pick the Dragon Republic because I just can't wait. I hope to finish this series this year. So that's the end of my November wrap up. I hope I will read a decent number of books in December as well, considering the holiday season and all. If you have any book recommendations for me, please leave them in the comments below. Thank you for watching this video. If you like this video, hit the like button and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Keep reading books. Until the next video, this is Darshini signing off.